And boom, there it is. Okay. Well, I want to start out by saying thank you for coming on for one thing. Ooh, is the fan too loud? Can you hear me? Am I clear and everything for you?
Yes, you are very
Okay.
clear.
So, one thing I wanted to, because I actually was looked at the comments and I saw you commented under my video. It wasn't towards me, but you said that some people lie. It was kind of, it didn't say directly to anybody, but first I want you to introduce yourself, please, and how you're connected to this whole entire thing, please. Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
Well, my name is Kona, and I'm from Los Angeles, but
Wow.
I lived in Atlanta since 2000
Mhm.
and until about 2018, but I still am back and forth.
Right.
So Atlanta is my second home, and I love Atlanta. I met Darion when 20 years ago.
Oh wow. Gee.
We had went to Velvet Room. Actually, it was an old club. It was popping crazy. It was on Peachtree. I lived around the corner, right in front of Piedmont,
Mhm.
in front of Piedmont Park, right over there, off of 11th. So, or 12th and Piedmont. And so, I met him, and we saw each other. I was in school. I was 20 years old, 21, 22
Right.
years old.
Okay.
So I didn't know who Phil Mob was.
Mm. You
I'm
just
from LA. So if you
right.
know about anybody from LA, really coming from LA in 2090, 99,
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
not going to know about LA Phil Mob.
The South wasn't really. You're right about that as far as music. You're right.
Right. So, and when I came here, I'm not going to lie. When I went there, excuse me, I'm not going to lie. Like I just wasn't there. But I have, through experiencing Darion and numerous other artists and people in Atlanta, it just changed my perspective, and I saw the everything happen in Atlanta, and I've seen the entertainment
Yes.
blossom, music
Mhm.
blossom, all that.
Mhm.
So when you have someone like that female, anyways, so I'm gonna continue on.
Okay, guys. Fine.
So we started seeing each other. We met in October of 2021, 2001,
Okay.
and the first time I went to go visit him was in January of my birthday, January
Oh,
24th.
gotcha.
So of the next year, and so after that, we just he. I understand where these women are.
Mm.
You understand because he is really smart. He's really down to earth. He's really cool. You feel me? And he's really chill and he's welcoming. And so sometimes when you're like that, people really can feel overly comfortable as what they can do in your life.
Yeah.
Yes.
True. 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 True.
So as I
100%.
was saying, me and Darion, he told me after, of course, during that time.
Mhm.
And of course, I did. I went and I got the CD because I was working in Circuit City. I was in,
Right.
you know what I
Right.
mean?
Oh
So
my God, Circuit City. Wow.
yes, the one right across from Phipps in Atlanta.
And
In Atlanta,
with
it
the
was one
memories of
right
it.
behind, right
Mhm.
across from Target in Buckhead, and I
Yes.
worked there. And so I went and got his CD, and my homegirls, we was all like, you
Right.
know what I mean? Because it was
Right.
cool.
Right.
But so again, that's another reason I understand where these girls are in
Okay.
their process because a lot of these, I feel like a lot of girls they've been seeing, Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm.
They
Oh,
see Cardi B and Offset.
right.
You
Right.
feel
Right.
me?
I got
They
you now. I
they
got
for
the
real, like
king of the
it's
queen. Right.
almost
Right.
like
Right.
it's their fantasy as well.
Mm-hmm.
So just like the princess fantasy,
Yes.
or the Cinderella, all of
Yes.
those different things.
Yes.
I really understand that because I myself, like, I don't say I was in it, but I've been in it. I feel it because
We all have to a point.
yeah, you know what I mean. You come up, you see, you're watching people on TV, and then you get to be a part of their
Mm-hmm.
experience. You feel me?
Right. Yes. Yes. That's
Yes.
everything. It's
Yes,
a
and
lot.
so in this
Yeah.
internet world is real interesting because I really wish we had that shit back in. Excuse my language. We had it back in 2020, 2021 or 2020, 2000. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I
Yes.
wish we
I
did.
feel the same way. I feel the same way.
Yes,
You do.
and so
It's so
because a lot of
different.
things will really be exposed, and as I was saying, um, me and Darian dated off and on for 10 years.
Okay.
I've seen him.
Wow.
I've known him and that was the 2000s. And
Okay.
yes, like Jimmy Kimmel, when they went to Jimmy Kimmel, I was with them.
Yes.
You know what I
Oh
mean? Like,
wow.
yeah, I was there.
Gotcha.
I was at the stage and all that. That was cool. Like,
Mm-hmm.
he always tells a story about when we went to the studio with Jodeci, and they was like tripping out.
Brilliant.
Yeah, like it's our thing
Mm-hmm.
is cool. Like I'm African, I'm
Yeah.
Liberian, and but I'm born here, so
Right.
I'm Liberian American, and so he talks to my mom, and you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
we're friends. Like we dated,
Mm-hmm.
but we spent so much time chilling, relaxing. Anywhere I have ever been, up or down. That's like when this girl's talking about he targets women with
Okay.
money and business women. No, what he is he likes intelligent women first.
Mm-hmm.
He loves some black women.
Okay. Period.
I'm all black. There ain't nothing to
Right.
you feel me? And
But
there is like regardless of whatever took place between us, like there's always a special place in his heart for me. I love his mom, his family, his sister, his siblings. All of them are amazing. BJ, like for me, like I said, this girl talking, the chick, the woman, I could have come on here to bash her because she's really, she's not his type. And I know this for a fact because it's not about her skin color.
okay.
It's not about none of that. It's about how she carries herself. And when she was talking about Darion being bummy coming to her house, she's clowning. You're clowning, because that man, one thing, he's an artist. And Darion, like every vibe, even if he's like on some down, like regular clothes, there's something still kind of artsy. There's still a piece of color. Right. You know what I mean? There's still a pop. Yeah. Like there's never dirty sneakers, never.
Right.
Skin smell fresh, beautiful. Like, bitch, you don't know this man. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm just asking, how do you know that she's telling a lie? I guess
I'm not saying that what she's telling lies about, of course, is about like with his children. You're talking about his children. You spoke about his children. His children. Now, for a fact, that man does not play about his kids. You didn't help him get custody of his oldest daughter. No. And don't put yourself, if you are someone that you say you care about somebody, you know about the history of his group.
Okay.
The deals, the real history of Field Mob. Right. You wouldn't be the first person, if you loved him from jump, to come speak, to try to tear him down. If you know the real history, we talking about MCA, we talking about DTP, we talking about all the different processes, the Southern Smoke, like this is what we talking about. I'm not talking you. If you know about that, you're not going to be the first person to come and try to tear him down, because you know, yes. And they're talking about I heard her talking about he's going to the studio, but no makeup is no music is being made. Let me tell you something. I personally have so much music from him.
Really?
Yes. Like, I've been in the studio. You're talking about the studio. I know what happens in the studio. You don't know what happens in the studio. You haven't what TV happens in the studio. You feel me? You're a reality show what happens at the studio. That's not all that happens at the studio. People are very creative. He's been in that space where Darion is a creative person. He's a Gemini-ish. You know, I'm not all like I'm Aquarius. Okay, cool. We know about signs and things like that, but you really got to look at people and see how they vibe, how they flow, like the way he moves, his hands, he's very musical. And this is what they're not seeing, because they're really not part of his process. And they were people to me like, she is not part of his process. And I say she's not his type, because like I said, Kai, when I saw Kai, let me tell you something. When I saw Kai on the show, I already knew that was his type.
Really? Okay.
Yes, off top, I knew it.
Mm-hmm.
The white girl that she talks about that he's been knowing since 2015, she doesn't know that girl's been there longer than 2015, babe. And that's been his friend as well. She's been his friend,
Okay.
and since the whole their Tampa move, he had a movement to Tampa at some point. You know, they're from Albany. They've had, you know, it's been a rocky road.
Right.
You know what I mean? Coming in as an artist at 18, 19 years old and signing your deal and taking that deal to your mama,
Right.
and it's already signed.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that young. Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
his mother told me that.
Yeah.
So there was nothing that she could do. So from the offset of their career,
Mm-hmm.
you feel me? And that's on a stay that I stayed with his mother for a month in Tampa, actually in St. Pete.
Okay.
Yes. So for me, it's kind of like, I'm not saying that is a woe is me. His story is not that. I don't think it is, and I'm not gonna tell his story. You feel me? Because that's not my place.
Right.
But as far as like just these, I want to say kind of bottom feeders, because you're coming at the end of this at a moment, 20 years in the game, 18, 17, 18, you come in, she said she met him on Twitter.
Yeah, she did.
2011. And then
together 2 years or something like that. 2 years, I think.
They were on internet. And then she said then in 2000 and the second year or whatever year that they had still been on internet on Twitter.
Yeah.
She moved to Atlanta. You moved to Atlanta, and you called him, and he invited you to the studio. But you didn't want to go to the studio because you didn't know what was going on, and you also didn't want to call him. You never called him Smoke. You only called him Darion because you put your place. Like, girl, stop. You met him on social media, on Twitter. His handle say Smoke. It don't say Darion.
Yeah, it does. It says Smoke. You're right.
Like, come on, let's break this shit down, because sometimes as women, you feel me, we be in our emotions because we didn't get the response we hoped for, the desired response.
Well, let me ask you a question. So y'all relationship, are y'all together now, or is just like y'all just good friends right now? They say 10 years, but I'm just asking.
We're just special. I'm not gonna put any title on what we do or who we are, because we really, I hadn't even talked to him. Like, we had got mad at each other because I said something to him on social media, and because I disagreed with what he said. And I said it to him in front on his social media.
Right.
And so every time, he values my opinion, and I value his opinion. And because I did not say it to him in private. He felt like I disrespected him, and he did disrespect me, and so we naturally butt heads.
Right. Understood.
So and we would butt heads about different things over the years. It's so funny. Like, it's hilarious. Our little thing is hilarious, but that's why I'm like, I don't know where all this using, all this other. No, every Ritz-Carlton I ever stayed at, well, for the first beginning of my whatever, every nice shit, all my the stuff that Beverly Center, taking me shopping, credit cards. Like, I don't know what kind of experience they have had.
Right. Well, she's just speaking on her little 2 years. So, I don't know if she responds to you or not, but there is some pictures floating around. Are you one of those living in those pictures that's floating around? And I know, and I don't want to say not the white girl is one of them, and then it's a beautiful African American woman. So I'm not sure if that's you or not.
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
There's two pictures that's floating around. Oh, let me see if I have that picture. There's two pictures.
Can you show that to me?
Hold on, let me see. Because somebody has sent it to me. Hang on. Let me see if I still have the picture. Because I didn't even know who they was even talking about. They just told me that there's two women that's been around, and I guess I don't know if they're disputing what Dina was saying. I don't know. Because one of them are saying that he's married. Now, is he married? That's a big thing. Everybody's talking about that he's been married this whole time.
No, I don't think so. I think, like I said, I feel like people are reaching to discredit him. And I think that isn't fair. Like, you're trying to discredit him, like you're trying to destroy him. He did not destroy you. Like, don't try to destroy him. Don't try to discredit him.
Okay, here
No.
go. Hold on, let me say this to you. Here go. Well, this is one of the girls. Here's another one.
And if he is, that's not something like, I don't know that. You know what I mean? Like, that's not.
I was trying to find the one with the black queen because I wanted to know if that was you. Is that her? No, that's not. I can see. That's not. Okay. I don't know. That's not. No. I didn't actually look at the pictures, actually. I'm just looking at him now. No, it's two different women. So, I mean, he's grown or whatever, you know.
Yes, he's grown.
Whatever, you know what I'm saying? He's an adult. But the thing of it is, women are speaking out. And, of course, if you see somebody speaking out about somebody you know and care about, of course, you're going to come through and say, well, you know, I don't agree and blah, blah. So I'm saying 100%. But can you understand if that's what she went through? Not one of us were there to experience it. You're not trying to say she's a liar, but you're trying to figure out where she's coming from. Not the guy that you know. Is that what you're saying?
And just like, what's her angle? Like, what's your angle? Like, y'all, if you know that people have had real relationships with him for 14 years, and you say 2015 for the white girl, which you don't know that because you're wrong. You know that these people have had love for him all this long. You said the baby mama came in and had sex in your home. And
Yes.
if she did, maybe she had sex in your bed. So don't try to make it look don't try to make it look cute for yourself, because you tried to make it look like you weren't getting played. Like, so, and I'm not saying, listen, I know that sounds bad, but come on, like, stop. Like, I just say there's two people in every relationship. And I feel like what she didn't say was, I was complicit in this relationship. I allowed someone to come in and do whatever it is that she felt like he did. I allowed that. Who goes and put a car? Let me tell you something. I'm not putting no car in no name for no man that I just met in my name. How we know about credit?
Women do stuff though. Now you know, you can't really tell somebody when they fall in love or how they care about somebody. Women, I've never had it myself, but
Okay.
women do that. I'm speaking for myself. I've never done it. Never will.
True.
But
Okay.
women do.
Okay, I'll take that, right? But how do you come? Are we not thinking? How do you come from? I met him on Twitter. I met him on Twitter in 2011. I didn't go see him at the studio when I came. We didn't really hang out. So that means you didn't see each other for 7 years. So you didn't meet this person you met on Twitter for 7 years. 6 or 7.
I don't. Did she say? I thought she said they dated for. I thought that whole span for them knowing each other, everything was only 2 years. Was it 2
No,
years?
Because she started with 2011 and she moved to 2018.
But she said the last one they broke up was right before COVID. So the end of
right before what?
COVID hit is when she said they had broke up like that. I think November, December, something like that.
No,
I'm telling you what she said. What she said at the end of the year. I told her COVID hit. I mean, allegedly hit in January, February. Well, we know it hit before that. But anyway, she said it was right and it had shut down or whatever. So
no.
You're saying no because
I'm telling you no, because I know he wasn't over there during that time and he was somewhere else. And I do, because we actually kind of got in an argument. My mom had, I came home back to LA. The reason why I moved back to LA in 2019 was because my mom had a stroke.
Okay.
And so it's okay. My mom is the bomb.
I got one of those too.
Yes, girl. She came
bless
through. Yes, Black Queen. She came through. So thank God. And so in the process, of course, you know, Darion would check on me and check on my mom and all that stuff through the process.
Right, of course.
So I was talking to his daughter, all of that, like the oldest daughter.
Yeah.
Like, because I've known her since she was like 4, maybe 4 or 5 ish. Okay. And so maybe 4 or 5 or 3.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I've known her for so. I remember the first time taking her to go get like some little toys.
Oh wow!
Like, yeah, because she they from Jones Street, like in Albany. The street where they're from is called Jones Street, and there was like a little store over there, and I took her to the store, and I went to the store to get something, and she just wanted stuff, so I got her some like little toys or whatnot. But it wasn't you know, I don't know. It's not as much as I wish I could have done for her.
Right.
And,
Gotcha.
you know, yeah, because they're really, like I said, this family, you talking about people who have really come through a lot, and a very strong Black family that have gone through a lot, and inwards and outwards. You know what I mean? His grandma walked with Martin Luther King.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's history right there. That's history.
That's history.
Yes, it is. It is.
Yes. That the how these people talking about his grandma, aka not aka, she was a Delta, excuse me.
Okay.
Like walked with Martin Luther King in the first in the thing in Albany. Like, they've been through a lot. You know, Sierra's mom is his dad's brother. Or his sister. Their brother and sister.
So you're really close. So that's what I say. So that's why when you speak, and you're speaking for yourself, obviously, because of the history that you have with him, that you feel like she is not telling. Of course, you don't know, of course, 100%. You said that, but you feel like she's not telling the complete truth.
No, because I just know, like, the way I've seen when she talks about the babies. Now, in 2010, I went to go visit him in New York, and that was like the ending of our situation.
Yeah,
because I went to go visit him in New York, and in his true form, you know, he did show me the baby, but he didn't tell me. I think he was nervous about telling me about the baby, and so he waited through our trip or my trip, because I was there for like 2 weeks. And yes, because he had went to go, and he was trying to sign, like he was trying to, you know, revive his career, and he was up there with another deal.
Okay.
By himself.
Okay.
And so the baby, like I said, the first baby, the little girl, the oldest of the two middle children, that was when he presented her to me, and he dated off and on. They missed that off and on.
Yeah.
So if you miss off and on, you miss the fact that there are gaps between these relationships and the periods. Whereas, like 2009, I came back to LA again. I was in LA. I stayed here from June to March, and then I went back to Georgia. And that time, like I said, he was in New York. And so, I'm being real now, and I guess because I'm not in an emotional state where I think a lot of the other women, they may be younger than me or something, you know, because I'm around his age. And so they're more emotional, they're in their emotions about how they feel like things should be.
Okay.
You feel me?
Right.
But in essence, if you're in a relationship, a consistent relationship with someone, you're not gone. You're not in no off and on relationship. You're not spending months or years or time apart like that. You're not in a relationship. You're single, and you're dating people. That's what you're doing.
So so you even say him living with her, you don't believe that, or leaving the kids there and all that?
I mean, as far as him possibly maybe staying with her.
Yeah.
Or having it be a place that he stayed.
What a place says he stayed, you're saying?
Yes, because Darion, like I said, like a lot has happened. And even in, was that 2019, 2020, when his producers died, when his closest producer died. His friends had been dying back and forth each year. Like things have so many things have happened that it's like people taking money from them. Friends, all kind of shit, like really a lot. And it's like, no, you don't feel you want to be like, okay, you should handle this, or you, but we all have a process. And what he isn't is someone that went to work at 18 years old and went the regular route. You feel me? He's not that. So even when she's talking about he went to go try to get a job and all that, okay, that's what he did. That's not who he is.
Yeah, she said he tried to get a job somewhere. I forgot where. But
that's not who he is. He is a creative person. He is an artist. He is an artist through and through. So whatever it is that he finds, it create, like if it's going to be in business, it has to make sense.
Something with creativity.
Yes, because it's not going to be your average 9 to 5. I go to work, I clock in, and I leave. That's not who you're dealing with. That's like taking Andre 3000 and saying, Andre, let me take you and go put you in, I don't know, you got to go clock in at the railroad at Norfolk Southern. You feel me? And then you see him, Andre, over there rapping and stuff, and you don't understand why he writes poetry, or why he got weird dreads, or why he got these weird, because he's not able to express himself.
Okay.
Gotcha. So, like I said, I just feel like with what this woman had came out to say, like I said, there were motives. There were, I feel like, or hopes. Let's not say motives. We're not going to downgrade.
You know what motive? Because for me, I mean, I'm just a blogger. I did make a point of talking to her and asking her about this in the beginning, and that's what the first thing you hear her say is, "I don't want him." Not saying that she's 100% correct. I'm just saying when we talk about this, that's one of the things I wanted to point across, like why, and it was more or less I want to tell other women about men like this. That was the motivation that I was told about.
To men like what? Like men like what? That's what I want to know. Like men like what?
She said it. Men that were bums, or men that took women's money or lived with them or live off them. I guess you could say it like that. Men like that. There's plenty of them out there.
Darion don't just live off of women. If that was the case, I would not have been in this process. I come from a situation where I saw my mom, an African woman, come to this country, bring herself here with me. You feel me? And when she came here, she brought her husband here. She paid for him to be here.
Oh, so you said that's normal.
Right. No. What I'm telling you is what I saw is what I don't do. Because I also saw him leave her at the most critical times in her life. So there is not a man that you're going to find that has messed with me that's going to say that, oh, she was out here just
taking care of me. Right.
No. And I'm not saying that I'm right.
Okay.
I'm not saying that I'm right.
For you.
Yes, for me, that's just not been my process. And it's because I am very guarded. You know what I mean? Because of what my environment and where I was, how I was brought up. But I've been just working on it to be able to see people in a different space and being open. So in my relationships, I am open to that, but or to be able to collaborate and build something with someone. But it does have to be, from my experience, it has to be something very genuine. It has to be something of substance. Yes. And if I get burnt, guess what? I want to know that I gave it because my experience, I love the experience. And I'm not going to be bitter in the process because I gave and I didn't receive what I put out. You know what I mean? Like, does that make sense to you?
It does. But I mean, looking from her or any other woman's standpoint, so many women in the chat in the comments who have said they experienced that, and I know I've seen that myself even as a child, that a woman with it, and it wasn't always a negative if a woman took care of a man. I'm not going to say that as well. Like you were saying too, it's always two sides to a coin.
Or it looked out because I wanted to say stop taking care of. Because you're not taking care of him. She's not taking care of him. He's not a baby. Like that whole moment where she's saying this, and guess what? Until 2019, I did see him. You feel me? He came over my place. I did see him. I got a shirt that I wear all the time. I still, because it's just part of our thing. You feel me? But it's part of my thing with him. But I did see him in 2019. In January, I want to say like January, like 2019 or something like that. He came. I had him video of him singing to me.
But he could have saw you and saw her. The possibility.
Yeah, he could have. Yes. No. Yes. Okay. I'm not saying he saw me like we were in a relationship.
Gotcha. Just saw you.
No, we just saw each other. Like he came to visit me at my place, and we we are just a free vibe. Our vibe is just a very natural vibe. I feel like when I was a younger woman, and even now, I was like a flower child kind of. You know what I mean? Like a go, like
Yeah.
Yeah, like I chilled. I was just chill. I never they like when he talks about pressure, that's why I think it's funny because they don't know him. Darion don't have to be, you don't have to do all that. Okay. They don't have to Kai didn't have to, she didn't have to pressure him. Her essence, the way she looked, the way she carries herself, that was it. She didn't have to really do nothing. She's gorgeous, you know what I mean? She's sexy. So that's what he likes. He likes sexy, he likes juicy, he likes, so even the white girl, she's sexy, she's juicy, she's thick, you know, like
I'm sorry, because when you say you didn't know the white girl, so you know of the white girl, or you told
I told you what I said is I've known of the white girl. The white girl has actually been around way before 2015.
Because she said she's been around for a long time. And she's
Greek. She's Greek, actually. Okay. The white girl is Greek. Gotcha. And yeah, she's Greek, and she is. I've seen her like I said, me and him have always been friends, so we're very open about. Yeah, about the people around us and what's going on.
You just need to know. You know everything. You know everything. You cool with everything. There's no kind of static or anything. So whatever he's doing.
Yeah, because it's not that I'm just cool with everything like it is. Like I'm one of the girls just in here floating in and out of his life like that. Okay. Gotcha. No,
it's something different.
Established. Be clear. Darion for me he is my first love. So yes, he's the first man that I loved, and we really. Like, and it's crazy because I was a teenage mom, you know what I mean? But that, you know, as a teenager, like my guy was like my second boyfriend. You know what I mean?
I do.
So,
I do.
Yes, I was taking a bus to come.
all kind of journeys, baby. We all got some stories. We got college kids now, but we all got stories. Trust.
Come on, we was athletes. It is what it is. But as far as being in love with someone and experiencing them, going on our first, because I told you I lived right in front of Piedmont, and in front of Piedmont Park. So I would take him on walks in the park and shit. Like, you know, I'm LA. You know, I'm LA, and I'm African. So I was
walk everywhere. Yeah, I got you.
Right, I was walking. Let's take him to the park. Let's walk. Let's drink wine. Chill. I'm already listening to like my music. I'm listening to Muddy Waters, and I'm listening to Hidden Beach and Dorothy Moore. So that's where I was coming. Yeah, I grew up. My mom grew up. I'm African, but my mama, we are Liberian. So everything that y'all do, we do. You feel me?
Gotcha.
So it's kind of like my mom so I grew up listening to like Dorothy Moore and the Temptations and Gladys Knights. So when he came around me, this is the vibe that we were doing. You feel me? Yes. That's what we were doing. We were chilling. We were relaxing. I cook. So, and like one of his favorite things to eat is like crab and like the king crab and steak.
Okay. Oh, just steak.
So,
gotcha.
Yeah. So I would anytime he called me, I'd be geeked to make it. You feel me? Because you know that's just my nature. I am domesticated. I am but even though I've had this American upbringing, I feel like I'm more like an older Southern woman like that. Like how Southern women. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like very.
Are you like that with any of the men that's been in your life, or has it been just something with him, or that's just how you are? Period.
I think that's how I am if I really like you, and I have been like that. I think with him though, more so that's where it really began because I would just I don't know, like he is dope, and I understand. Like I said, I understand the feelings because he is very dope. He's very attentive. He's very sweet, and he's very genuine. And it's not, if he don't like you, he don't like you. He's never coming. When she says he's never coming back, he is never coming back because he doesn't like her. You feel me? Like.
So let me ask you a question. Now, look, everybody can't be all right. Everybody can be all wrong. So do you acknowledge that he's not perfect? That he has.
No, who's perfect?
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, you know, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, and I'm not saying because of course I would put you going here and bash him, but I'm saying you do know there's a side because everybody has that side. Maybe you fall in love, but eventually you're like, okay, I know I don't like that. I don't like how you say that, and okay, we don't agree with this, so I'm just asking.
Listen, let me tell you something. I'll tell you this right now. There are some people, as I can present myself as amazing, I could present myself as such and such. You could click with me. You could be like, you know what? I mess with her. She cool. She cool. But then there's some other people in this world. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
That may not really. They probably cannot stand my guts, and they'll be like, "That's a dog ass bitch."
Same,
period.
Same.
You feel me? So
yeah, I do.
Yes. And so you gotta keep it real 100 with yourself. Mm-hmm. And like I said, I haven't been perfect in every situation, every relationship. I mean, I'm sure there's a man, she's a hoe. Am I a hoe? Maybe because I exerted myself. Oh, I'm sorry. Or I'm loose. I'm sorry, because I know I'm not supposed to say stuff like that. But they might be like, oh, she's loose because I have been free. And I may have seen them and been like, yep.
Gotcha.
It's going down. You feel me? And not even tripped. Like I'm like, you know what? And maybe some women don't rock with that. And I respect that as well. Okay.
Right.
You feel me?
Because everybody's different. We know that.
Everybody's different. Yeah. Everybody's experiences in life, everybody's path. I used to tell my friends that because I did experience a lot of subliminal, passive aggressive jealousy, hate, because I dated him. And so and he was
decide, yeah.
And so I did get that. And so I would always tell my friends like everybody's path isn't the same. You know what I mean? And so it doesn't mean that you have to be like I'm not gonna not be happy for you if you're winning before me, or if your life is looking a certain way before mine. Like,
you're not a hater.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
All my
Right.
friends,
you celebrate
anybody that
accomplishments. Gotcha.
Go ahead.
You celebrate other people's accomplishments. You celebrate it. You know.
Yes. It's time. It's in all of them. I'm not here to talk down on them. I don't know their experiences. Like I said, I mean, I met him as an athlete. You feel me? I met him as a 21-year-old woman who had just been running track and playing basketball since I was 9 years old. You feel me? So, yeah. So, I do see it. I see it. He doesn't go and target. She said target. When you say target, you say predator. You say prey. Someone who is looking. Yes. And so that is not what he is. What he is someone who likes someone who can challenge him mentally, who can not necessarily challenge him, but, stimulate him. Like, he's smart, through his process. Like I said, I have been through the years. So we have been in a space where he's, we might be talking and he's going to the studio, and then he's in the studio and we're talking, and he wants me to be in a certain space, and he's in the booth with me on the phone. You feel me? Because we're challenging, we're stimulating each other.
It sounds like a very deep connection. Then I'm not saying anybody else, but it just seems like y'all relationship is like on another level. Friendship, it's all intertwined. What you want to be friends with somebody anyway, and you have such a long, you said 10 years. By now, y'all should be the best of friends if y'all not together, So I understand that. And I appreciate you coming on and speaking and being very classy. You could have came on here. You could have dragged Dina and I mean, you did a little bit, but I'm just saying you could have really, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But you didn't. You have stuff like a lady, and I have to say I appreciate that. The thing that with Black women is always an assumption. Well, she's gonna do it, And so I appreciate that, because on my channel, that's the way I carry myself as well. And I ain't said I've never gone to nobody. I'll be lying, but I'm saying it's just a breath of fresh air that another woman's coming on, even though you're not exactly happy or agree with what she said, and you made that plain and clear. I respect the fact you came on here and had yourself like a G.
And like I said, I appreciate you, or like you said, I appreciate you for having me, and also just hearing another side of the story. Right. And as far as the other women, I don't believe in I just don't believe in bashing other Black women. Like, I feel like we can all be civil, and sometimes we can. And if we can we need to get nasty, we can get nasty.
There you go.
Like, don't get it twisted. You feel me? Like, I mean, I'm serious. Anybody
no, I'm for real too. Now look,
you feel me? They know what it is, and so it's kind of.
I've never had a problem with that. People look at me and if I do a certain walk or look, they know straight up, Kamisha is not playing. So back up.
Yes,
that's just what it is. I mean, I don't care. I love being Dr. Plate. I love having a natural tone. All the thing about me, I celebrate it every day. I love all of it. So if you take it as intimidated, you can't handle it. Hey, that's not my problem.
And we're all beautiful. It's not. We're all beautiful. I feel like with women, what they don't understand is that they just have to find their sexy. We're all beautiful. There's not an ugly woman. There's not a woman. And when you find your sexy, you exude confidence. Men, they love that.
Yes.
You feel me? So, you know, like I said, with her and the stuff that she talks about, like, I don't feel like maybe she had a hard time in her experience, and, you know, she hopes for the fairy tale, but at the end of the day, you know what I mean? It's not, you really have to create the life that you want.
And that's the way I get it. And that's the way I am. And she said she was independent, even though I mean, to me, like this, I'm not going to ever judge her. I've done all kind of crap as a woman, all kind of stuff. But if you fall in love with somebody and you choose to make sure your man is good, I'm not going to fault you for it. If you have a grip about it later, you know, you look at yourself and don't do it again. You know what I'm saying? But she said she was independent. She said she had her own stuff. So,
but what is that? What is that? What does that mean? Like when people say that.
Let me clarify what I mean by that. But if a woman like myself, as you know, I work 14 hours a day. On top of the fact, I blog. So I'm a grinder. So there's nobody going to take care of me. But my mom, my kids, that's me. If they need anything, that's me. There's no father. I'm the one, period. So that's how I feel about it. I'm independent for real. There's no man that's taking care of my bills. I pay all of them. My name is on the card. So, or, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But what she was saying was that, because it came off, but I think maybe she wanted to put it out there that, you know, that she had her own. Like, she had her own money. She made a point of saying that she had a good job. So it wasn't that why she gravitating towards him, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like if you see a guy, you think he's a star, I want to get close to him because he's a star, or what he can do for me. Do you see what I'm saying? I think she's trying to put that out there. That's not what she was doing. She wanted to, I guess she fell for him, or
but listen, stop playing. Like I said, I hear you. I have a nice job. I am independent. I am blase blah. Cool. Right. That's beautiful, and I am as well. You are not the only person that grinds. You are not, if you speak to him about me, or if you speak to anybody, they know how hard I work. They know how much I've worked, how much I've gone through, how much I've brought myself out of. This is not that type of story where men have just been here handing me shit. You feel me? And so, yes, I have had men take care of me and do things because, yes, I am a woman.
Ain't nothing wrong.
Ain't nothing wrong with having a man be able to do things for you.
Yes.
And give you things or purchase or whatever. It's nothing wrong with that. So, as far as that, but I've also been in settings where these like supposed corporate chicks, I'm corporate.
Okay.
But I'm not a groupie. But you do groupie things. Like I'm telling you right now, I've known him for 20 years. So I've taken girls around him. I took a girl around him one time. I say like around, not even around him. I took him around him, a girl around him, like, I say like 2002, right?
Okay.
So he came when he would come in town. They were recording and stuff. So he would always have like either a hotel or like they had a place that they stayed at, like a house that they stayed at, or a condo. And so even like then, I brought this girl around me, corporate, beautiful,
all these things,
hair, thick body, bad bitch, bad bitch. I did. I took her, beautiful. You know what I mean? I took her around them, and actually, we went out, and they went out. They were at the studio, so he just leaves a key for me at the room. So we go there after we go out, and they're at the studio. And so when we come back, we go to sleep. When I wake up, Sean is knocking at my door. So Sean comes into the room, and he sees my homegirl. And now the homegirl is beautiful.
Right.
You feel me? Italian and black chick, thick, long, lips, green eyes. She's bomb. So we go over there. We go to his room. kicked it for like, I don't think it was 15 minutes.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
I don't think it wasn't 15 minutes. I don't know what he said to her.
It was done.
It was over. She went to the room and he was like, Kona, let me get y'all key.
He was ready.
He was ready. You feel me? And he went and he smashed her.
Gotcha.
And the girl was mad at me because she was my friend, because he smashed her, and then she thought, oh, now it's gonna be like what you and Darion have. You feel me? Like they started that shit was crazy. Like, and I was just like, girl,
she didn't want to have it or something, or she just
she wanted to have it. She
wanted to have it and it didn't happen. I see what you're saying.
No. It did. He smashed her. He had sex with her.
Okay.
I don't even think they exchanged numbers.
Okay, gotcha.
Here we go. This purple chick. We haven't even, they didn't exchange numbers. Smashed him. But in the process, Darion comes back. So he like, what is going on? I'm in Sean's room sitting there. And so then they, of course, whatever happens, I don't know, whatever. All I know is weeks later, she's asking me about him, asking him to call her, give him his number for him to call her. And that just didn't happen. And so like when Darion would call me at her house, like one time I was at her house and he called me, I put her on the phone with him. You know, I'm trying to facilitate because you put yourself in that space. You met this man in 15 minutes and you smashed him. Okay. And under the guise of I'm a corporate chick, you feel me? Or I'm you feel me? It's always that. So it's kind of like, I get what you the angle that she says, oh, I don't need him. Of course you don't need him to do your regular life, to go pay your rent, to go pay a car note, to go eat. We all do that. That's basic shit that we are all doing in this world. Yes. The girl that works at Kroger's right now, she got her lashes and her weave on. You better please believe she going to go eat some food and chill, and she got her little apartment. She got her little car. Yes. And living and happy. And she happy. So it's kind of like when she's saying all that, it was, for me, that's where it's kind of like, ma'am, just be real with yourself and look in the mirror. And before you come out to come and bash somebody, you feel me? Look at what you really wanted, what you hoped for. Why would you let somebody, you say you let his family, some people are not like that. They gonna come all pile up on you. Oh, yes, your family. Yeah, right. Yeah, you're gonna say all of that. Leaving the kids. She's like, he left the kids. He would leave the kids for weekends in the house by themselves. And they would come back, and she would come back, and they would be like, where's my daddy at? I mean, come on now. That's not, don't do that. Don't do that, because don't say don't happen now. I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying it don't happen. I'm not saying him. I'm saying somebody. I'm just saying that even the baby mama not finna let that happen. That's what I'm saying. I understand that. She not about to. And you know, me and her ain't. We over the years, me and her haven't been on the best of terms, because I've known her the whole time. I've known her at least since like 2003, 2002. So. No, but I'm not gonna sit here and let this woman say some. She's not finna let, and I'm sorry, because I'm not even supposed to say finna. Like that is not even. But right. I got it to keep it funky. Gotcha. She is not about to let her children be up in a woman's house by themselves. Yeah. By themselves. So when she starts saying all of that, it's like, what are you saying? And then you're also saying, and even if he had his oldest daughter, the eldest daughter, who is at the time 17, who's very mature, very smart, she's old enough to watch her siblings. To get something to eat, take care of them, and all these things. So, yes, if that is the case, if since you helped get custody, right? If she helped get custody of this 17-year-old kid, 16, 17-year-old kid. I see what you're saying. I come from the school where I was watching my sister since I was a child. Myself, while my mom went to work. Me too. So, very young. Yes, very young. I know how to cook. I've been knowing how to cook since I was 7 years old. Feel me? I was living out here in South Central LA. A
Yeah,
freaking,
yeah,
you feel me? Like,
yes.
yes, watching my sister and not going out the house. You feel me? Not open the door for strangers and all of that because our parents were working. My mom was working hard. So, okay, if that was the case, but I don't feel. I just feel like the way she presented it was like we need to call defects. Like,
Oh, snap. I know what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I mean, at the end of the day, that's the whole point of you coming on here was to give the other side because she gave her side and you give me your side. Both of y'all know the same person. So, I mean, for me, I just like to give both sides of any story because there's always so many sides, and eventually you find the truth somewhere in the middle. Not
mm-hmm.
saying that I'm just me
Oh
speaking.
no, yes.